Maybe it's the middle of summer, the heat and the humidity that triggers a little sigh. Or maybe you hate winter, scraping snow and ice off of your windshield while your fingers feel like they're going to get frostbite. You might live in Michigan and not complain until it hits 20 below, or maybe you live in Florida and you start hunting for your coat when the temperature drops below 70 degrees. Whatever your tolerance level is, you've probably reached a point where you've wondered, why? Is this weather really necessary? The truth is, the changing seasons make the world a much better place, and even winter serves the good of humanity. God's created our world perfectly for life, and the yearly cycle of seasons is one of many examples of His wisdom and His kindness. First, let's compare Earth's weather and seasons with some other planets. Do you think the temperature swings are too extreme where you live? Maybe we experience a 30 or 40 degree swing in one 24-hour period during spring or fall, so you have to layer up. But imagine if you lived on Mercury, which of course you couldn't do. It could go from minus 280 degrees at night to 800 degrees during the day. Of course, Mercury only rotates about 3 times during 2 of its years. So day and night, well, that wouldn't happen every 24 hours like it does on Earth, which really only adds to the problems with living on Mercury. I don't know, maybe you would like Jupiter. It has virtually no seasons because the planet's only tilted on its axis at about 3 degrees. Or maybe you wouldn't, because you see, change is a good thing. Jupiter's Great Red Spot is a hurricane that has apparently been fuming for over 400 years. No other planet but Earth has suitable conditions. Even Mars, which people have been dreaming of colonizing since the 1950s, that would be horribly inhospitable at best, leaving anyone yearning for the comforts and ease of Earth. Now scientists, well, they say it would be easier to colonize the ocean floor than to try to colonize Mars. Unlike the other planets, the Earth was specifically made to be inhabited. That's what Isaiah 45 tells us. God formed the Earth to be inhabited. And I sure am glad. Now, as the Earth travels around the Sun, completing one cycle each year, the path that we follow is what we call slightly elliptical, or it's slightly oval in shape. So sometimes we're closer to the Sun than at other times. But that's not when we have summer. Summer here occurs when we're farther from the Sun. You see, the Earth rotates, and if you imagine a rod going through the center on which the Earth is spinning, well, that rod would be tilted. So we say that the Earth's axis is tilted. Of course, there's no rod or physical axis, but the Earth rotates at an angle to the Sun, and as it makes its orbit around the Sun, because of that angle, the light from the Sun hits different parts of the Earth in different ways. So when it's winter in the northern hemisphere, well, number one, the light is spread out over a larger portion of that half of the Earth, making it less intense. And number two, the days are shorter because of the angle as well. So these two factors make it so that the Sun doesn't warm up that area as much each day. Thus, we have the winter season. So what purpose does winter serve? Well, we can look to the tropical regions of Earth around the equator and imagine those same conditions across the globe. Now, at first, this might sound really, really good, and it is for some people. You might think of rainforests teeming with life, but winter weather actually helps keep insects and mosquitoes in check, almost like a yearly reset. Also, many food crops need some cold weather to grow well, particularly wheat, which is a staple grain for many parts of the world. Fruit trees don't produce as well if there's no cooling period. God also provides a superb combination of change and consistency with the 4 seasons of each year. After the Great Flood, God promised that while the earth remains, seed time and harvest, cold and heat, summer and winter, day and night, it won't cease. Now, we always know that there's light at the end of the tunnel. Winter, it's going to end in a matter of months. But we always know what's coming and how to prepare for each season. Well, the rebirth of most plant life, the return to the birds' songs, the explosion of color with spring flowers, that reminds us of God's promise of resurrection from death and of Jesus walking out of the tomb, bringing hope and new life for all who believe in Him. I'm David Rives. Truly, the heavens declare the glory of God.
Be sure you're following us on all of our social media. You can also subscribe for our free magazine on our website. And remember, we are a nonprofit organization, so we need your help to continue.